everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the Gamblers R Us podcast, a brand new podcast here on the Philly Sports Network. I am the founder, Benjamin Goldstein. Your co-hosts for this podcast is Gus the Bus and Scott Barber, coming live from the Barber household. Let's turn it over to them. Gus, take it away.
Thank you, Ben. Always a pleasure working with you. Welcome to the inaugural episode of Gamblers R Us, the podcast where we dive into the sports gambling world. Alongside me, Gus the Bus, is my brother.
Hello, my name is Scott.
The co-pilot on this adventure. Gonna talk sports betting, have some fun, try to win some money, and just have a good time. So, yeah. So, obviously, we're starting this at a weird time in the NFL season.
Yes.
Already
yes,
in.
we are.
So, we're going to look at some of the bets we already hit. Hopefully, some of us won money. So, Thursday night football. Is this yours or mine?
This was my bet.
Okay.
This one was
yours.
mine.
All right. What were you thinking here?
Amon-Ra has been going on a tear. He's been going on a tear ever since those last 4 weeks of his rookie season. He had to be on the bet. And then the Lions were going against the Packers, and honestly, I don't trust Jordan Love. Jordan Love is not that guy, in my opinion.
You don't love Love?
I don't love Love. He is not
dude.
that good. And I feel like the Lions this year have really improved, and I really like their odds this year. And then Christian Watson, he was coming back off his injury. And the only thing I think was they were trying to get him the ball, get him involved. So I had to get him on there. And then Jahmyr Gibbs over 35.5. That was the risky one, but I felt that Montgomery coming back off his injury, that was going to be his
What
factor.
is going on with David Montgomery?
He's on a tear right now.
Dude, I wish I had him in fantasy
I
now.
do have him on fantasy, and he's on my bench.
My God.
Yeah,
So that's a nice little hat, $5
for 157 right there.
157.
Yep.
Okay. I see you. All right. So we'll go from there to show you my Thursday night bet. So obviously, I didn't do well. I didn't do well at all. Didn't do well. First off, Jared Goff hit his rushing in the very first quarter. I think it was the first drive, actually.
I think it was the
Yeah,
first
we were
drive,
watching
on the
that.
goal line.
We were watching that, and I got very upset because you're like, yeah, at least you got Jared Goff over 3.5. I'm like, nope. I took that slow poke for under. So obviously that didn't hit. So the rest of my parlay was screwed after that, but obviously wasn't looking good for me. Wasn't looking good at all.
No, especially with those Sam Laporta over. That was crazy.
It's a weird matchup, though. The Packers and the Lions.
It's hard to determine what
It used to be the other way around.
Yes.
Now it's
the Lions taking over the Packers.
Oh, jeez. Alrighty. Well, your Thursday night started off very well.
Very hot.
Not mine so much. So let's look at some of our Saturday parlays. You know, college football.
Yeah.
Gotta bet some
College.
football, of course. So me, I did a little kind of like a safer bet, obviously with the top two and the bottom one. But after Thursday, I needed to win some money. I needed to come back. I needed to feel good. And this is what I went with.
I could see you were probably sweating bullets over that 60.5 total right there.
Oh my God. So I was watching it on my phone. I couldn't get it on my phone, like the Xfinity stream or whatever it normally does. And I couldn't get the game. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll just watch it on FanDuel. And I kept seeing the clock ticking down, and it kept getting closer and closer and closer. And once I saw the final touchdown by Tennessee, I was like, oh, thank you. Thank you. So that one, yeah, I was definitely sweating bullets on that one.
Yeah.
See, college, it's very weird for like the over and unders because
Yes. If you look right here, the over under 58.5, 55.
Mississippi
49.
scored 55 by themselves.
55-49.
55 by themselves. So, yeah, obviously I took the easy one, Washington, Michigan, USC. That game actually got very close.
Was a very
I'm
great
kind of
game.
glad I didn't take the spread. I was thinking about taking the spread. Thankfully, I didn't. I was just like, you know what, USC is just going to win, obviously.
Yeah.
Dude, Colorado started coming back.
They were looking really good at the end there. Very good at the end there.
I don't know.
Caleb Williams threw a couple interceptions.
Yeah, he looks. I'm not on the Caleb Williams hype train.
I'm on the Marvin Harrison hype train.
That'll be a good, interesting topic once March and April comes around during the NFL draft. Talk
Yes.
about, some draft bets and stuff like that.
Yes.
So be on the lookout. And of course, if you want to hear any more advice, take a look at our bets, what we're doing on the day of. Follow us on Twitter, Gamblers RS PSR. PSR stands for Philly Sports Report. Also follow them. But yeah, if you would have followed us on Twitter Saturday, I posted this saying, "Let's ride with the boys and girls, whoever sports betting." This is all inclusive. All inclusive.
Everybody's invited. Everybody.
Absolutely. We're all trying to make money. But I posted this. Thankfully, if you rode, you made some money. It's a little bit of a safer bet. As I said, $15 bet. I only won $46. But some more money to bet with on Sunday. So, looking at some of our Sunday bets, if I could pull them up. All right. So,
this one right here is mine.
This is your 1 o'clock parlay,
This
right?
was my 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
parlay.
so we like to do a 1 o'clock parlay, 4 o'clock parlay. Keep them separate. Try to figure it out. But yeah, so what were you thinking here with the whole parlay?
So, Broncos, Bears. This one was a really difficult one to figure out.
Yeah, the Bears are dog.
And the Broncos
Dog
just lost
water.
by 70.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
yes.
Whoever bet the under in that game last week is
Great.
hating themselves
Yes.
right now. They're
Yes.
hating themselves.
But with the Broncos, -3, the only reason I took them is just because the quarterback play. I think Russell Wilson's better than Justin Fields, and I feel like that -3 points would come in advantage.
Justin
there.
Fields had a good game, though.
He did.
Had a great game.
But they still lost.
Yeah,
They still lost. As you can see, it voided because it was a -3 on a -3.
See, that's one of those bets I couldn't really like. I didn't really like because I didn't like either team. I don't know how it's going. And thankfully, it was a push. Thankfully, it was just a push. You didn't lose any money, so that just voided your bet. And everything else looks good, but man, what happened to the Dolphins?
I honestly
What happened to the Dolphins?
after a 70-point win, they had to come out firing, and next thing you know, it was all done.
Dude, that was just upsetting. I'm pretty sure on my parlay, the Dolphins messed my parlay up, but I thought the Dolphins were on the groove.
Yes.
I think, pretty sure their last AFC team undefeated.
Yes.
Shout out to my boy Cam. Fins up, baby. Fins up. But yeah, that one was just an onslaught from the very beginning.
Yes.
14 points first quarter, 17 points in the second quarter.
Didn't let up.
Didn't let up.
Stephon Diggs was on a
Oh
tear.
my God,
He was
Josh
on a-
Allen. Silence of the haters, but everything else, you looked pretty good. Eagles, money line, tougher game than we expected, obviously.
Very tough.
Eagles fans, go Birds.
Go Birds.
But this is the one I remember texting you about beforehand.
Yes.
I was
Everybody.
a little worried about the Buccaneers. I didn't think they were going to be able to take it, but thankfully, you knew something that I didn't know, at least.
The thing I knew was Derek Carr is not a good quarterback.
Yeah, like, I don't understand the infatuation with
About Derek Carr.
Everybody-
Jameis Winston should be that starting quarterback.
Yeah, everybody talks smack on Derek Carr, and
Yeah.
everybody talks like he's the best coming of, Brett Favre or whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody doesn't really talk about Kirk Cousins, but Kirk Cousins is better than Derek Carr.
Kirk Cousins is superior to Derek Carr.
Yeah.
It's just
And obviously, you were thinking the same thing because you took the Vikings against the Panthers, but Kirk Cousins didn't have a great game. Thankfully, they were able to come out with that.
Justin Jefferson had a good game.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Were you sweating that one? Were you watching that one?
I was not sweating that one because I just don't see the rookie quarterback making that.
Bryce Young has not looked good.
He has not looked good at all. Not at all.
Granted, I didn't think he was going to look great, but I didn't think CJ Stroud was going to look great either, and he looks really good.
He has thrown over 150 passes without an interception.
Oh my God,
The most by a rookie quarterback.
that's nuts.
It is. And
That's nuts.
First Ohio State quarterback to come out and be decent.
So you were real close. That was a great odds on it. So you would have made
Oh.
what would that have been like?
I believe the payout was 150.
I was just about to say 150. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I missed 150
Damn.
just by the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, if you take a look at mine, if I can find it. Oh, sorry, we skipped over your Saturday game.
Oh, yes.
So this was your Saturday college football parlay, and obviously, like my Thursday night parlay, not looking great.
No, not at all.
No.
Especially off that USC 21.5. I did not see that game being close.
Especially after Colorado, what they did against Oregon.
Yes, and I saw what Colorado did against Colorado State, and it just didn't reassure me that the team was going to be that great.
Yeah.
So I took the number 1 overall pick in Caleb Williams to beat Colorado by a big margin, and that just didn't seem to be the way. And then Florida and Kentucky, the plus 1.5, that just went out the window after the first quarter.
So I heard a lot of people talking to me about that Florida destroyed their parlay as well.
Destroyed it.
I tried to stay away from it. I didn't know how everybody talks about Florida Gators being good.
Yes.
I mean, ever since those Urban Meyer days, I don't trust them. But Kentucky looks good this year. They look really good. I think they're still undefeated, and they're one of the top teams in the SEC, which is kind of crazy.
Which is weird to see from a basketball school.
I think I saw something that all the basketball powerhouses, their football teams are doing better than their basketball teams.
Really?
Yeah, like Syracuse, Duke, Kentucky, North Carolina. I think there was one other one too. I forget.
UCLA?
Maybe. I don't know. No, UCLA football is always good.
Washington?
I don't know.
Okay.
But so you were not looking great on Saturday.
No, Saturday was a very bad day.
So we looked at your 1 o'clock parlay. Let's take a look at my 1 o'clock parlay. So Eagles, I thought that game was not going to be anything like it was.
Yes. I think everybody thought the same thing as you as well.
Wow. Us being Eagles fans, we know this. The Washington games always are tough.
Yes, and they came out firing that day. They came out guns a-blazing with Scary Terry.
So, wasn't going great right to start off the parlay. The rest of the parlay was busted right after that.
Yes.
But still looking at it, got the Saints, we were arguing with that. You took the Bucks, I took the Saints. You tried to talk me into it. I didn't listen because I'm a dummy. Took the Broncos, 2.5. I got it when it was still 2.5.
Yes.
Line kept bumping. You got it at 3.
Yep.
Got to push. I got it at 2.5. So you got it at the worst time. I got it at a better time. And then the Chargers against the Raiders. I thought this was going to be another game like the Eagles where it was just not going to be close. Raiders, Jimmy Garoppolo wasn't playing. I don't even know who the quarterback is. Aiden O'Connell?
I couldn't tell you. Honestly, I don't know who the backup for the Raiders is.
That's who it is, Aiden O'Connell. I don't know where he's ever played. I don't know where he went to college.
I've never heard of his name before.
He looks like Farva, though, from Super Troopers. Dude, I saw this shirt that he was wearing apparently in training camp. It said, looks like Farva, but plays like Favre.
Oh, for sure. He's looking like
Dude,
Favre
he looks just like Farva. But early in the game, not looking great. Chargers got out to a big 24-7 lead, but then the Raiders, Favre started coming back. So he started looking good.
Favre's starting to look like Favre.
Yeah, but even though this hit, first 2 parts of my parlay busted.
And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So take a look at the 4 o'clock games. Don't look at my photos. Privacy. I don't care. There's nothing in there. It's probably just dogs. But 4 o'clock game, obviously with the 1 o'clock parlay not hitting for me. Try to go a little bit safer. So had a profit boost for a same game parlay plus. So I did a normal 4-game parlay and then I spiced it up a little bit. Just a little spice. So San Francisco 49ers 7.5 against the Cardinals. Thought this game went exactly how it was going to.
Yep.
Cardinals, man.
They're not looking too bad. They're not.
Is Joshua Dobbs a good quarterback?
Serviceable. I'll give you serviceable. He's like a Jacoby Brissett.
He's looking pretty good right now, though.
He is.
He looks better right now. First off, I don't want to say it, but Jonathan Gannon, what he's doing right now over there is looking good. But screw that man.
Yes.
Screw that man.
He ruined our chances.
He didn't care about the second half of the Super Bowl.
No, he did not.
I'm getting.
Calm down.
Calm down. Usa.
Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. It's in the past. 4-0. Okay, off topic. But took the 49ers. Thought this game was going exactly how it went. 49ers looking pretty good. Excited for that game in Philly when that Niners, Eagles, NFC Championship rematch happens.
And the rivalry.
Yeah. Added Christian McCaffrey, anytime touchdown scorer. That was that little sponsor we were talking about, little sponsor. He's just been a machine for that.
He has scored on, I think, almost every game now that he's been a 49er.
It's the worst, too. I had to play him in fantasy.
Oh, he scored the 48 on him?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It didn't do bad. I had 122. I was versus Dreyer. Shout out Dreyer if you're watching this.
Didn't go your way.
No, he had 139
Why?
because Alvin Kamara,
Christian
just Christian McCaffrey. He won with Alvin Kamara a couple of years ago. That's why I said Alvin Kamara.
I had to play
Son of a gun.
Christian McCaffrey, AJ Brown, and Nico Collins.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it was
rough.
not a fun week.
So that hit beautifully. Then we go to the Chargers game against the Raiders. Like I said, I was expecting big things against the Chargers. They had me sweat it out, though.
Yes.
Had me sweat it out bad. Took
Yeah.
them at 6.5. The line was bouncing, like these games always do.
Yes.
Lines always bounce. You never know what's really going to happen. But I was able to get them at 6.5. I like that a lot more.
Yes.
And thankfully, I gave them out right. Cowboys against Patriots. I thought, the Patriots look pretty good, but the Cowboys look really good. They need a bounce back game, especially after that Cardinals game. I thought it was going to be an onslaught. It absolutely was. Cowboys 4.5. I didn't like this spread originally. I think it went up to 7.5. No, it was.
I think it was 6.5.
No, it was a high. I think it was
Really?
like 12. I think it was like 12.5. I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah, because the San Francisco 49ers, that spread was at like, what was it? 18.5. Yeah, and I'm like, all right, that's a college football
Yeah,
spread.
it's kind of.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So I took it. I did alternate spreads for those two games, but if I took the normal spreads for both of them, I would have been fine.
Yeah.
So kind of like thinking, maybe I should have went regular one. But nice little 4-leg parlay, $10 bet with the profit boost, $81. Nice little hit on a Sunday afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Quick little side note about those Patriots. I don't know if Mac Jones is going to be a starting quarterback next year.
No, he's
not looking too good.
Dude. Bill Belichick?
He might be gone.
He's washed.
He might be
Was
gone.
he ever good or was it Brady?
I think it's starting to look like Brady.
Hey, guess what? Go blue. Go blue.
Michigan, baby.
Go blue.
Michigan.
You're going to catch along very quickly. We are Michigan fans over here.
Big time.
Big time, big time, big time. So I hit with my 4 o'clock parlay. Go to your 4 o'clock parlay, if I could find it. Here's someone.
I don't have one.
Oh, you don't have a 4 o'clock?
I
You
didn't
do a 4 o'clock
I
parlay?
did not do a 4 o'clock.
Dude, are you kidding me?
You know what I did? I actually did 2 Eagle parlays.
You did 2 Eagle, same games?
Yes.
Okay. You're going to get to knowing real quickly. We love to do same game parlays. We're also Eagles fans, so we love to do Eagle same game parlays. So you didn't do a 4 o'clock parlay?
It completely slipped my mind.
Dude.
Completely. Yeah.
It's a whole segment of our NFL section.
I know.
Wow. I'm disappointed in you.
I know.
I was wondering why I didn't see a 4 o'clock
Yeah,
tweet.
that's why. That's why. Completely slipped my mind. That is on me. All right. Well, back to your 4 o'clock parlay.
Well, my 4 o'clock parlay, we already showed him. I won.
Oh,
I hit.
Yes.
So we'll go to my Sunday night football parlay, I guess. This guy. What are we going to do with this guy?
This one is my Sunday night.
This is your Sunday night?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just, he's got me all discombobulated.
Discombobulated.
He's got my brain in a bottle, shaking it up, caffeine style,
Mentos with Coke right there.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So, Scott's Sunday night same game parlay.
Not looking good.
It didn't look great at
Not
all.
looking good. So
I was with you there with Travis Kelce.
the Swifties had me convinced.
Okay, can we just talk about how I am so over this Swifty thing in there?
I know. It every time anything happens on that football field, it's panning over to Swift.
Dude, Isaiah Pacheco scored. They didn't show his celebration. They showed Taylor Swift celebrating.
Hugging. Yep.
And that's not even the biggest person there that was in that suite. Deadpool and Wolverine were in there.
And they showed
0 of them.
They showed the Swifters.
But yeah, not looking great for you.
No. Travis Kelce, he's a touchdown animal in the red zone.
Mm-hmm.
He's the number 1 target for Patty Mahomes. So that was a gimme. That was my gimme. And then I try to spice it up a little bit with a Kansas City at 13.5 spread because I thought they were going to get up by 2 touchdowns.
I don't blame you there. Zach wasn't bad last night.
That's what happened. See, Zach Wilson just had a random.
They got up 17-0 so early.
So early. But Mahomes just really dropped off from that point. It was really like weird setting for Mahomes. It was not like him to do that. But with MVS also not scoring, because usually MVS is getting that one shot down the field, that one big play. And I thought that was going to be the game on a Monday Night Football, but didn't turn out well for me at all.
Yeah, no, definitely not. And I'm with you in the same boat because you look at my Sunday night same game parlay. Not much better.
Nope.
Not much better. So I also thought the Chiefs were going to win big, but I didn't think they were going to win as big as you did.
Yes.
You thought they were going to win by huge.
2 touchdowns.
You thought this was going to be like
I thought it was a convincing win this year.
Jeez Louise. But I thought it was going to be a decent win. I took them at 8.5. Took them the Chiefs at over 25 points, 25.5. So they had to score 26.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was going to be easy.
All you needed was him to slide in that end zone.
Dude,
Both of them.
Don't get me started on that.
It's close.
Dude, I've been seeing tweets so much that millions and millions of dollars were wondering and all on the wire on that slide.
Yep.
Excuse me. But yeah. First half total, 20.5. I hit that. Obviously, the Chiefs scored 17 early. Jets started coming back. That hit.
Yes.
I don't understand why Patrick Mahomes' rushing yards are always so low.
Because he's always scrambling in the pocket.
He's always scrambling.
Especially in that clutch time. He's always getting out.
Yeah, so like I always feel like that's always an easy hit. Look, 16.5. He scored 51. 51.
Almost the same amount of receiving yards.
That's one of those prop bets that's like easy money every time.
Mm-hmm.
Easy money. But yeah, I also thought Travis Kelce was going to have a big game, 71.5.
Didn't turn out too well.
Didn't turn out.
Those Swifties didn't come out hard enough. Nope.
I'm sick and tired of hearing that though.
The Swifties?
The Swifties.
Yeah.
Swifties. But anyway.
They're starting to take over the NFL.
Starting to take over, So ups and downs with our bets this week. Scott hit a Thursday night football. I hit a Saturday college football. Hit a Sunday afternoon football hit.
We got it every day.
We got every day.
You guys just need to be
You just got to be following. Follow us on Twitter. Like I said, you'll be hearing some more. So now that we recapped some of our bets that we had throughout the past week, let's look at some bets and odds that we like this upcoming week. Starting off with the NFL. Obviously, there's a lot of different sportsbook apps you can use. One of our favorites, the one that we always use, FanDuel Sportsbook. We feel like it's always, worked out well with us.
Yep.
So, looking at the NFL lineup. Thursday night football, Chicago Bears, Washington Commanders.
It's hard to tell, but I think I'm taking the Commanders there on the -7.
Yeah. Jacksonville Jaguars, Bills. I think that could be a good game.
Yes, but I
don't know about the Jags. It's Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. I don't know how he is. I thought he was going to be good, but
you know who's looking really good? Calvin Ridley.
Yeah,
he's looking.
But that's not great if Trevor Lawrence doesn't look great.
Yeah.
Texans, Falcons, that game will be okay. Panthers, Lions, Titans, Colts. Doesn't look good on paper. Has the ability to become a great game.
Yep.
Dude, the Colts are looking good, actually.
And the Titans didn't look too bad last week.
And I know there's a lot of talks going on with Jonathan Taylor.
Yep.
But they're saying he's going to get activated off the PUP Wednesday and start practicing.
Oh.
I know. Who knows what's going to happen with that, but
yeah, who knows if he
best case to get you out of there and get somebody trading for you is ball out.
Yep. Get your name back out there.
Get your name,
Become the number one running back again.
He's really the only running back right now that's still like kind of like holding out. I know he's on the PUP, but
yeah,
like Saquon, Josh Jacobs, they all came back playing.
Yeah, but they're all on 1-year deals. You got to remember. Yeah. Saquon already got injured too.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Jonathan Taylor's a great running back, but I just don't know what's going to happen with that.
He's an amazing running back.
Ravens at Steelers. Steelers are up and down right now, and Kenny Pickett got hurt last game. Don't know if he's going to be out or playing. Who knows?
Yeah. Plus, it's a divisional game. Should be a good one.
But to have this game only at 4.5, especially with how the Ravens just played against the Browns. Granted, Watson wasn't out.
Yeah.
But Ravens still looking pretty good. Steelers have been up and down. To have this game at 4.5, interesting line. I feel like this game could definitely
get out of hand real quick.
Yeah, so get this line early if you can. That's maybe a bet that once we start building our parlays, which ones we like.
Yep.
That could be definitely one that's got me circling at least. Saints at Patriots. That game's 1.5 line. That's interesting. Bengals at Cardinals.
That should be a pretty
on
good
paper before the season. You're expecting this to be a blowout.
Oh, 100%.
Now you're looking at it.
And you think
It's gonna be a close game. That's gonna be a close game.
It's gonna be a close
That
game.
might be a close game, especially with T. Higgins being out.
Oh, with the
Cardinals
broken rib,
looking good. Joe Burrow still kind of hurt. Not really sure. Obviously, Vegas thinking the same thing. Money line, or excuse me, the spread
It's a 3.
is at a 3. Jesus, I'm getting tongue twisted right now. All these lines. Eagles at Rams. 3.5.
It's a little disrespectful
It's a
for an Eagles fan.
Now, I know the Eagles did not look fantastic against the Commanders. Offense looks pretty good. AJ Brown had a hell of a game. Jalen Hurts had a hell of a game. Defense did nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
And we look terrible in the past.
And the Rams, they've been up and down. They've been holding their own though.
Yeah.
Week 1, they won against the Seahawks. Held their own against the Niners. Lost to the Bengals kind of badly, but
yeah.
The Bengals, they were going to have to turn it around at some point. So that was a game they looked at. In this game, last game, started down early, came back, won the game. I think there's going to be a really good game, actually. 3.5, that's a little bit of a risky line, though.
Yeah.
Don't know. Chiefs at Vikings, this game is going to be high
scoring. Very high scoring.
What did Jonathan Gannon say? Shots. Explosions. Pew, pew.
What did he say that?
Dude, you didn't see that? It was like when he first was like getting introduced to
the Cardinals.
Yeah, like one of the Cardinals players.
I've never seen that.
Shots, explosions, pew, pew.
I've never seen that.
Oh, it's so funny. You gotta look that up. Jets at Broncos. I think the Jets. That's actually to have this.
The Jets at plus 2.5.
I think Jets are gonna. I think Zach Wilson's starting to finally figure something out.
I might even take the Jets on the money line there.
And then let's talk about the game of the week right now. Sunday Night Football. Dallas Cowboys at San Francisco 49ers.
3.5 spread.
That's an interesting one.
Plus the Cowboys are
prime time football. Yeah, and Cowboys aren't the favorites. Then you go to Monday Night Football. Packers at Raiders. Interesting. It has the potential to be pretty good. It just
all it depends on Jimmy Garoppolo, really.
Literally, that's all it depends on. That's all it depends on. So, looking at all these games, looking at the 1 o'clocks, the prime times, Thursday, Monday, Sunday. Let's look at some of the games we like and some of the games we're going to take. First, let's gonna start with our. I guess we'll do a Thursday night one. Obviously, first game of the week. Start with a Thursday night one. What are you liking for a Thursday night same game parlay?
So I would probably start on the spread.
Okay.
I'm taking the Commanders on the spread there. The Bears just have not looked good. I mean, they had a good last game. Don't get me wrong, but they still lost, and I'm still taking the Commanders at -7 there.
Okay, Commanders -7.
Yep.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna take rushing yards, alternate rushing yards.
Rushing yards. Well, they don't have rushing yards. I guess FanDuel isn't updated yet.
Yep.
So when it does come, though, who are you looking at?
I was thinking on taking the Brian Robinson on over yards against the Bears. Yeah, Brian Robinson's really been on a tear recently. He's been running the ball really angry, and I can just see him having a breakout game against the Bears, especially.
Is it really a breakout though, or is he really starting to break out? He's like already in the process.
He's in the process, but I feel like this is going to be that game that really puts him out on that map. You know.
All right. Well, Commanders Bears. I don't really know how to bet this game. If I'm doing it, if the line stays like it is, I'm probably gonna go take a shot and go the Bears at +7.
Yeah.
I think they looked better than they have been last week against. Who did they play again? The Bears?
The Bears played the Broncos.
That's right. Yeah. See, two irrelevant teams that I just do not care about.
Very.
Bears looked good, though, against the Broncos. Justin Fields had kind of a coming out party game, so that'll be an interesting one. This is crazy, though. Jacksonville Jaguars, Bills. I did not realize that's another London game.
It is in London, huh?
Yeah, 9:30 a.m. start time.
Oh, okay. Is he going to have it on Toy Story again?
Dude, that was cool.
That was pretty cool.
That was cool.
And if you look at the highlights, it's actually pretty well done.
Yeah. Because I watched a bit of the game itself and then the Toy Story one, and it was like a play behind, but it was like very accurate.
Yeah.
And the Calvin Ridley touchdown in the back of the end zone. I watched the Toy Story one, and they did the toe tap and everything.
Really?
It was sick. Yeah.
My favorite part was Booger McFarland as the announcer in the Toy Story.
Oh my god, yeah, and they have them animated too.
Yep.
Dude, Booger McFarland, look wise, isn't the prettiest.
Nope. He has a face.
But he's got a
yeah.
very distinguishable.
distinguishable voice.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I got you. That's one of the co-hosts.
My co-pilot right there, baby.
Make the ride smooth.
So I don't know if you can really consider the Jaguars Bills 1 o'clock game. So I don't like this game to begin with. If I had to bet it though, I'm going Bills -5.5.
I'm taking the Bills -5.5.
Yeah. So let's just include them in the 1 o'clock. So I'm going the Bills 5.5. Look down at the Texans Falcons. Interesting game. Texans getting points. I'm loving it.
I am loving that.
I'm definitely
I'm
100% going
Texans.
Texans +1.5.
They've been looking really good this season.
Looking very good, very good. Panthers Lions 8.5. I don't really like this spread. I don't really like the over and under. I'm just gonna stay away from this game.
Yeah, if anything, I'm just taking the Lions on the money line because I don't see the Panthers beating the Lions.
Yeah. Tennessee Titans at the Colts 1.5 for the Colts. Over and under 42.5. Another one I'm like iffy about. I don't really know how this game's gonna go. Line's too close to me. Points, not really liking that much. Another game I'm just gonna steer clear of.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So going down to the Ravens Steelers, a game I have 100% circled on my bet, and I am liking the Ravens at -4.5.
I'm agreeing with you 100%.
Wow, so we're on the same bet right now?
Yep.
But this is rare. This is happening.
This is very rare.
This is very rare. Very rare. Okay. So looking at our last 1 o'clock game, Saints versus the Patriots, +1.5 for the Saints. Over and under 39.5.
I'm taking the Patriots.
Taking the Patriots.
Taking the Patriots. I don't see the Saints. They don't look good. They do not look good. Until Jameis Winston is playing quarterback for the Saints, I gotta root against them.
Really?
I can't see
even
that.
after like how they looked against the Bucks.
I'm not taking the Saints.
But what about the Patriots in the Cowboys game?
See, the thing is, even though the Patriots didn't look that great against the Cowboys, they still showed flashes in other games to be decent. And I just can't take the Saints. I haven't seen it from them.
All right. And obviously you could tell by the money line, pretty much a pick'em game.
Yep, very pick'em.
So you can just go either way. You're going
Patriots.
All right, let's ride, boys. Let's do it together. So our
Pats.
1 o'clock parlay, we're going Buffalo Bills at -5.5 against the Jags. Houston Texans. Excuse me. I am so sorry.
+1.5.
+1.5. Thank you, co-pilot.
Gotcha.
+1.5. Houston Texans going down to the Baltimore Ravens -4.5, and the Patriots -1.5. $10 bet. Win you 118. So not a bad looking parlay for that 1 o'clock hour. Not bad. Obviously, FanDuel, if you use FanDuel like we do, you'll probably get a profit boost. Put that on there. Boost that bad boy up.
Might as well.
And who knows? Maybe we'll win some money. So that's what we're looking for the 1 o'clock. Now we go down to the 4 o'clock hours. 4 o'clock game, excuse me.
Yep.
Starting off with the Bengals at the Cardinals. What are you feeling here?
It's a tough one. I might take the Cardinals.
You're gonna take the Cardinals?
I might take the Cardinals and
See,
+3.
I'm not really liking the spread as much as I'm liking the over-under.
You like
44.5. Cardinals defense, they've looked decent, but they're letting offenses score points. Bengals defense just looks terrible. Terrible. They're just giving up points at a rapid. And the Cardinals offense looks pretty good.
Yep. Josh Dobbs and James Conner really put it up.
This game could become a shootout. I like the over at 44.5.
I wouldn't mind the over on 44.5. That seems like a pretty good.
Okay. So we'll come back to this one, see what our parlays are looking like, if you still want to stick with the spread or what's going to happen there. So Eagles at Rams. It's going to be interesting. 3.5 over under 49.5. I think, go Birds. Go Birds.
Take it at 3.5.
Take it at 3.5 with the Eagles. Chiefs at Vikings. It's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah.
52.5.
I'm taking the over.
We're taking the over.
I'm taking the over.
Okay, we're taking the over. Over 52.5 with the Chiefs.
And the Vikings.
And then Jets at Broncos plus 2.5 for the Jets.
I think I'm going Jets.
I think I'm going Jets as well with the plus 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this game is Zach Wilson officially coming out. He started coming out last week, looking pretty good. Who knows?
Outdueled
Yeah,
Mahomes.
So let's add to the Jets. Let's see what we're rocking with here. 4-leg parlay, $10. Win you 117. Not bad.
Mm-hmm.
So looking again at what we have working with here on this bet slip. Kansas City Chiefs against the Vikings, over with the points, 52.5. Eagles at Rams with the Eagles, with the points, minus 3.5. Jets at the Broncos with the points, Jets plus 2.5.
Yep.
And then the Bengals at the Cardinals, we're going to go over with the total points, 44.5.
Mm-hmm.
So
pretty good.
Pretty good for the 4 o'clock parlay. Hopefully.
Maybe even use a boost token on that one if you use FanDuel.
Exactly. So 1 o'clock, like we said, Bills minus 5.5 against the Jags, taking those points. Texans against the Falcons, we're taking the Texans with the points, minus 1.5. Ravens against the Steelers, taking Ravens with the points, minus 4.5. And yeah, so far, so good. Looking at some of the primetime games, Dallas Cowboys, Niners, it's gonna be a
nice one.
Sunday Night Football. I think it's gonna be high scoring.
Very.
I don't know what the same game parlay is gonna be looking like. Obviously, it's gonna be changing as we get closer.
Yes.
But if you're just going to take the game just normally how it is,
I think I'm just going to take the over.
I think I'm just I don't
think I want to touch the spread.
Yeah, I do not want to touch the spread at all.
Or a money line.
Or the money line. I don't care who wins. I just want both of them to lose. So let's just hope it's a high scoring game. So over 45 points in this game. The Dallas Cowboys at San Fran. Then looking at the Monday Night Football game, Green Bay Packers at the Raiders, minus 1.5 points for the Packers, over and under 44.5.
This is a tough game to pick.
Tough one.
Yeah. If I had to pick, I think I'm taking the Packers on the minus 1.5.
Really? You're
Yeah.
going Packers?
I can't see. It all depends on Jimmy G.
I think if Jimmy G plays, I'm definitely going the Raiders plus 1.5.
Yeah, but I just don't see him coming out to play that game.
What did he hurt again? What did he hurt?
What was it? His shoulder?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Pretty boy.
Yeah.
Pretty boy hurt something.
Yeah, he's the model.
But I think I'm gonna go with the Raiders plus 1.5. You go either one. It won't affect your parlay too much. I'm just gonna put mine with the Raiders at plus 1.5. And if you do anything like what we like to do, we like to do the primetime games in a parlay. So we'll do the Sunday Night Football, we'll do the Monday Night Football, and then we'll combine the Thursday Night Football. So looking at the Bears Commanders.
Still going with the Commanders.
Still going with the Commanders.
All
right. Well, I went with the Raiders on the other one. I'll go Commanders on this one. 3-leg parlay, $10. Will win you $63.
Not bad for
a 3-leg parlay. Not bad at all. Over 45 points in the Dallas Cowboys San Francisco 49ers game.
Yep.
Vegas Raiders plus 1.5 against the Packers, or you could go the Packers minus 1.5.
Still weird saying Vegas.
Still weird saying Vegas. Very weird. And then the Commanders against the Bears. We're going Commanders with the points, minus 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting. Very, very interesting. It's going to be a fun NFL week ahead. It's going to be a lot. Hopefully we can make some money. Make sure to follow us on Twitter so you can see our parlays, maybe join along, help you win some money. Obviously, if you've been following already, you see we have multiple winning bets, and we can help you, not just me.
I can also help you.
So let's make some money in the NFL. So we're going to switch gears a little bit in the sports, and we're going to go to college football. So college football, very, very weird to bet on.
Yes.
Very weird to bet on.
college football is one of the hardest sports to
Yeah.
bet on.
I don't bet usually too much with college as much as I do with NFL.
Yep.
But of course, we bet it.
Yes, we do.
Excuse me. So, looking at some of these spreads, one that I am liking is Maryland plus 19.5 against number 4 ranked Ohio State. Obviously, Ohio State, a top dog, one of the top teams in the nation.
Yes.
They haven't looked like the normal Ohio State.
They have not.
They haven't. Maryland's looked pretty good too with Tua's little brother.
Tua's little brother has been
And he's-
really balling out.
What's his first name? Tallow or something like that?
I don't know how to pronounce
Yeah,
it.
it's something like
yeah.
that. Something weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
But looking at this game, Maryland getting points at plus 19.5, over under 56.5. You know, this total points could be either or, but I do like the Maryland Terrapins. Why do they have the A in there then?
I don't know.
It looks like a terrapin.
It does, but it's Turpin.
Somebody goes to Maryland. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on the YouTube comments somewhere. Tell us how it's pronounced.
Yeah,
I don't know how it's pronounced.
Let us know.
So, continuing, going down. Kentucky
and Georgia.
against Georgia. I knew you were looking at it.
Georgia,
I was looking at. I'm going Kentucky.
Oh, really?
I'm going Kentucky. I liked what Kentucky's looked like so far. Georgia, like we said with Ohio State, not the same old Georgia. Lost Stetson Bennett, lost a lot of talent on that defense. Went in the nail biter last week against Auburn. Auburn is, you know, they've had their up and downs, but anytime they versus a top SEC team, they always seem to show out. Kentucky, I like what I've seen, especially against Florida. So I personally am going Kentucky plus 14.5 in this game. Interesting, I know.
Yeah, very interesting because I would take Georgia in my opinion, just because Georgia's that powerhouse.
Like I said, though, they don't look that good this year.
They haven't, but you know you can't bet against number one.
I don't know. Should they really be number one though?
Who should, other than Michigan?
Michigan.
Michigan.
Michigan. No, you can make an argument for a couple teams. I think obviously you have Georgia, Texas.
Texas is looking
They're
good.
looking really good. Hate to say it, Penn State's looking very good. Very good.
Yeah.
I see our spectator over there shaking her hand and celebrating. Go blue. Go blue. We'll see this year. But yeah, there's a lot of different teams that could be riding for that number one spot.
Yeah, especially.
But looking at another game, Notre Dame against Louisville, only 6.5. That game could be close, could be out of hand. I think Notre Dame's going to get the win handedly. Minus 6.5 for the Fighting Irish.
Give me the Irish.
Minus 6.5 against Louisville. So we're going with the spread.
Give me the spread.
Give me the spread.
Give me the spread.
Give me the spread. What kind of spread? Peanut butter?
Do we peanut butter and jelly or just
Nutella?
peanut butter?
Nutella?
Are we doing multiple spreads or just one spread? We'll go with one spread. We'll go with peanut butter. We'll go. Peanut butter is the best. Who doesn't love some good peanut butter?
People who are allergic.
That's a very good point. Other than those people,
I don't know.
I've never met somebody that wasn't allergic to peanuts and said they didn't like peanut butter.
Good point.
Let us know if you don't like peanut butter.
Let us know. If you yeah, now that you say it, unless you're allergic to peanut butter, I don't know.
Who doesn't like peanut butter?
A lot of these other games, though, they're interesting lines.
Don't mind that LSU Missouri game.
You don't mind the LSU Missouri. What are you liking about that?
I'm liking LSU a little bit.
Really?
I think you passed them.
I did pass them.
Yeah, they're right there.
If you're listening to us on Spotify or anything, we have our iPad hooked up to our TV so we can show the viewers FanDuel so they can look on with us. So that's what we're doing. Trying to find the game right now. Oh, there it is. LSU against Missouri.
Yes.
Number 23 LSU going to Mizzou, number 21. Which one are you liking in this game?
I'm taking Missouri on plus 6.5.
Plus 6.5?
Yeah.
LSU is looking
Yeah, they have.
Brian Kelly is terrible.
Really bad.
Terrible.
Really bad.
Terrible.
And it's just the quarterback play has not been there.
No.
It's just not been there. And Missouri's looking pretty good for especially a 6.5 spread. I think I might have to go with them.
All right. So going Mizzou against LSU with the spread plus 6.5 for Missouri. What's their mascot? I forget, like the
It's
Lions?
it's like a tiger or lion.
Mizzou Tigers.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I don't know if it's that now.
I'm
I'm
confident.
thinking too
I can
much
imagine-
about it.
I imagine their logo, but I can't think of what it is.
Oh gosh. Well, never know. Well, another game I kind of like, this North Carolina Syracuse game. I'm not sure 100% about the spread, so I'm just gonna go personally North Carolina with the money line.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Just going straight up North Carolina.
Straight up North Carolina. I think they're gonna win. I just don't know if they're gonna win by at least 9.
Yeah, nine seems a little big, especially for North Carolina. this
Syracuse
year.
doesn't look that bad. They haven't looked bad.
Yeah.
North Carolina's looked really good though.
Yeah.
But normally they don't normally look this good. So it's like, what's going on?
Another basketball school.
So, nice little 5-leg parlay going for college football Saturday. Starting with Kentucky plus 14.5 against Georgia. We're going Maryland Terrapins. We still don't know.
Go
Let us know.
Terrapins.
Go Terrapins. We're going Terrapins plus 19.5 against Ohio State. Notre Dame at Louisville. We're going Notre Dame minus 6.5 with the spread.
That peanut
Spread
butter.
that peanut butter.
That peanut butter.
Peanut
spread.
butter, peanut butter. Okay, LSU at Missouri. We're going Mizzou with the spread plus 6.5. And then North Carolina against Syracuse. Going money line just with the money line straight up. Little worried about that game. Over-unders. I do sometimes college. They're hard though.
They're really hard to determine on
Like,
over under because
yeah.
you never know. You
Like
never
we were
know in
showing
college.
earlier. That one, it was like 58.5, and the one team scored 55.
Yep. They hit the over on their one score.
So who knows? But nice little 5-leg parlay for college. $10 bet, win you $148.
That's a pretty good hit.
Pretty good hit.
That's a pretty good hit.
Obviously, you don't have to go all these. You can do like a 4-leg, 3-leg, heck, even maybe just a 2-leg.
Or you could
but
just go one if
Or you
you
just
really
go
like.
straight up. Who knows? But if you want to go risk it for the biscuit, because that's what we know best.
Yes, we do.
This is what we're liking for Saturday in college football. Obviously, not all of them are on Saturday, but most of the games are on Saturday.
Yes, they are.
Okay. So, talked NFL, of course, saw what we liked, what we were feeling. Went to college football a little bit,
Yep.
what we liked, what we were feeling.
Just a little
What
bit
we
of
were grooving?
grooving in there.
A little grooving and
bit
moving.
of
So,
grooving.
we got a little playoff starting now.
Yes, some
MLB
MLB.
playoffs. Should be fun. Don't know if you're a baseball fan like we are. We are big baseball fans.
Go Phillies.
Go Phillies. Big Phillies fans. Red October. Check any of that out on Philly Sports Report. Any of the Phillies action. Check it out on Philly Sports Report. But looking at some of these futures, look at some of these World Series bets.
Yes.
Who you liking and what odds that they're at?
Give me the Phillies. You know I'm going with the Phillies all day.
Got on the Phillies.
I can't-
Phillies right now, though, with the 5th best odds to win it all, which is kind of crazy for a wild card team because you look at all the other top teams: Atlanta Braves, NL East champions;
Yes.
Houston Astros, ALS champions; Dodgers, NL West champions; Orioles, AL East champions; then the Phillies, wild card. Interesting. Then you go down to Tampa Bay, wild card; Blue Jays, wild card; Twins. They won their division, AL North,
But they're down.
but they're down there.
Yes.
Rangers, wild card. Brewers won their division. Brewers won their division and they're that low.
Yes. That was
That
a
just
really
shows you
weak
some of the
division.
competition in some of these divisions.
Yeah. But it's really weird to see the Orioles up there that high, especially
my
after those last
God,
two seasons.
what is going on?
It's crazy.
Adley Rutschman, man, he's a
Yeah,
dog.
he's an absolute dog.
And he is so good.
He's a beast,
He's so good.
especially so young.
So you're going Phillies. All right.
Yes.
Nice little Phillies bet. $10 for the Phillies to make it all the way and win it. $130.
It's a pretty good
That's a
hit.
pretty good hit. Pretty good hit. Now, I don't blame you. Obviously, I'm a Phillies fan. I want the Phillies to do good.
Hometown team.
But we're talking betting right now. So I'm trying to get a bet that could hit at a good value.
Yes.
So one I am looking at is the Toronto Blue Jays. I think the Toronto Blue Jays are very slept on. They have a good pitching rotation, decent pitching rotation.
Yeah.
Lineup's good, bullpen's decent. Nobody talked about them a lot, but they have the bats to go all the way.
Oh, big time bats, especially with Vladdy.
Especially with Vladdy.
And
Vladdy.
Bichelle was killing it there towards the end.
$10 bet, win you $180.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad. But looking at the bracket itself.
Get to the wild card.
If I can find it. There we go. So, some of the matchups, we got Texas Rangers taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. You have the Minnesota Twins taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Philadelphia Phillies, go Phils.
Go Phils.
Taking on the Miami Marlins. Milwaukee Brewers taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Oh, bad.
Who you liking in this wild card for each of these wild card series?
So, Rangers, Rays, I'm probably going the Rays on that one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, the Rays are the favorite.
Yeah.
Rangers took a little while for them to try to get in, but they got in.
Their team looks really good on paper. It's just a matter of getting it going.
Man, I'll tell you what, if Scherzer and DeGrom stayed healthy.
Oh, they're a dangerous team. They're a dangerous team, especially with the bats in that line.
Oh, dude.
That would look
That's
really good.
That's
and who's their second baseman? Marcus Semien?
Yeah, Simeon.
Simeon. Yeah,
they have Corey Seager.
Yeah, Corey Seager.
Dude, I think they have their two rookies too. Josh Jung.
Oh, Josh Jung.
And then
good.
who's their catcher? I forget the catcher's name, but he was really good too.
Yes. I know exactly who you're talking about. He had the nice hair and everything.
Yeah, nice hair and everything.
Yeah.
But even though they are looking really good, going Tampa Bay Rays, I'm hopping on the bandwagon as well. I think the Tampa Bay Rays are winning this round and advancing to the next round.
Yes.
Next round. Or next matchup. Next matchup. Excuse me. Next game, next matchup.
Same thing.
Twins at the Blue Jays. I know who I'm going. I think we're going to go the same, though.
Blue Jays.
Obviously.
Blue Jays.
Twins barely got in. They got in because they played in a bad division.
Yeah.
Blue Jays played in probably the toughest division in all of baseball. Still got in. Still looked good. I'm going with Blue Jays handedly.
I just don't remember the last time I've ever said the Twins were going to win.
Yeah. You know what's crazy, though? Blue Jays are the underdog.
That is crazy.
That's crazy. So that could be very good money right now on picking up the Blue Jays.
The only way I see that is because the Twins pitching. Twins have those pitchers.
Yeah, but they have like no hitting.
That's their issue. They have no hitting, but they could shut you out if they get that one run.
Yeah, you don't know. But looking at the NL matchups, Phillies at the Marlins. Obviously, I think we're going the same.
Phils.
Go Phils. Go Fightins. Red
Go
October. We're going the Phillies. Advance in the next round. Brewers at Diamondbacks. This is an interesting one. Interesting one,
my,
to say the
my
least.
favorite first round matchup.
Mine too. I think this is going to go all 3 games, and I think this is going to be a tough one to go. I think I just saw a thing actually. Brandon Woodruff will be out for the wild card.
Really?
Yeah, one of their top pitchers. So could affect how they go at it.
Brandon Woodruff might not just be out for the wild card round. They're saying he might be out for the entire postseason.
Wow.
Oh,
so just got word from the great Benjamin Goldstein. Woodruff's going to be out the whole postseason probably.
And also
everything.
The Texas Rangers catcher's Jonah Heim.
Jonah.
That's it.
That's who it is for the Rangers.
I just knew he has great hair.
Yeah, great
hair.
Great hair. But Woodruff being out for the Brewers changes everything. They still have Corbin Burns. They still have Peralta. Offense looks decent, but
give me the Diamondbacks.
This is a tough one. It's a tough one for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
If Woodruff was healthy, I'm going Brewers, but Corbin Carroll, they got good pitch.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with you. I think I'm going to go with. Man, if that happens too, if the Diamondbacks win and the Phillies win, the divisional round in the National League will be legit divisional matchups. Diamondbacks for the Dodgers, Braves versus the Phillies.
Oh.
NL West matchup, NL East matchup. That's
kind of crazy.
that's great storylining.
Great story.
So let's do it. Let's rock with it. So let's see if we can parlay this all together.
You know who'd be the X factor in that Brewers game? Christian Yelich.
Yeah, man, he's having starting of a resurgence, starting to come back.
He could be an X
He
factor.
could be in a very big X factor. X factor.
X factor.
X factor. You do not have what it takes to be the X factor. Is that a good Simon Cowell?
That is pretty good.
No, it's not. Don't lie to me.
Hey, I'm completely lying to you. That was terrible.
Oh my god. Darling, you're just not good. You can't sing. You have no talent. It's just terrible.
That was way better.
Thank you. Okay.
That was way
I
better.
focused in. I thought about it.
Came
out great.
Perfect.
So, parlaying all these wild cards together, $10 bet. You know, we always do $10 because it's the easiest bet to figure out what you're going to do from there, add on, do minus. But, you know, when you get your odds, $10 bet, it's always the easiest to figure out. $10 bet, $103 winning. Not a bad bet.
Not bad at all for a couple games.
Definitely something that if you like to bet baseball, especially playoffs,
Yes.
look ahead.
Baseball has really good odds.
So once again, this parlay for our wild card: Arizona Diamondbacks to win against the Brewers, Philadelphia Phillies to win against the Marlins, the Blue Jays to win against the Twins, and the Tampa Bay Rays to win against the Texas Rangers. So should be interesting. I'm very excited. Games start on Tuesday, which we're recording this Monday night, so that'll be tomorrow for us. Don't know when that'll be for you, but man, I'll tell you, MLB baseball, like playoff baseball,
is the best.
It's the best.
The best.
It is the best.
The atmosphere, it's unmatched.
And one little cool thing that they have now is they have a parlay builder on FanDuel for playoffs. So you can do something like to hit a home run parlay, different players in each game, parlay them together, different ones for just a hit, get ones for an RBI. I think, me personally, I'm going to hop in on one of these, and I think I'm going to do just to record a hit. So let's look at to record a hit parlay builder for the MLB playoffs. So the Blue Jays versus the Twins. Interesting game. I think George Springer going to get a hit.
That's a good pick.
Good pick.
Very good pick. Donovan Solano has been looking pretty good.
Mm-hmm. So we go to the Diamondbacks versus the Brewers. You already know who I'm going to get for a hit. My guy, Corbin Carroll. Looks so good. He's so good for a rookie.
Really good.
So good. Phillies at Marlins.
We all know who you're going to take.
Do you? Who do you think I'm going to take? Who do you think I'm going to take right now?
You're either taking Bryce Harper or Bryson Stott.
Interesting. You're not going either of them.
Really?
No.
Who are you going?
Marlins throwing a left-hander on the mound. I'm going Trey Turner, baby.
Really?
Going Trey Turner. Let's hire the Trey wagon. Give him the standing ovation. He's been hot since. He's going to continue it here in this series. So, yeah, that's my to record a hit parlay built together. Let's fix my thing because I did not clear it out. So, $10. Only win you $17.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
But one of these bets that, you know, it's a little bit of a safer bet, so you can throw a little bit more money on. So, what's a $25 bet will win you? $44. Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. One of those bets that, you know, it's not one of those ones, it's not like a long shot parlay.
Nope.
But it's one of those ones that has a great chance of hitting.
When you
has decent odds, throw a little bit more odds in that wager, you'll win some money.
You'll definitely.
And that's one that I absolutely like. Anything that you like in this, Mr. Scotty Too Hottie?
See, I'm the type of guy that likes to go for the home runs.
Home
run guy. I like to go for it big or go home.
Alrighty.
So
going?
Obviously, Blue Jays got to get the big bat of Vladdy Daddy. And
I already knew who you were going. I was gonna put him on Vladdy Daddy.
There's no way you go against him.
Alrighty. All right. So Vladimir Guerrero to hit a home run in the Blue Jays versus Twins game. Diamondbacks versus Brewers.
I'm probably going the X factor here. Give me Yelich.
Interesting.
I think he might be that X factor.
Might
Maybe
have that X factor. He's got that gene.
he has that.
He's gonna make Simon Cowell proud.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. And Marlins versus Phillies. Home run. Who you going?
Give me Nicholas the Catastrophe.
That's who I was gonna go for
I
a hit,
have
but
to
you have
go.
to go.
You
Yeah.
have to.
Oh, that's great. That is great. So that parlay, definitely one of those ones you don't have to throw a lot of money on. You can just throw a couple bucks on because $10 will win you $1,700.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Now that's a hit. That is a hit, nonetheless. $1, $174.
That's profit.
That's pretty good. That's
good
pretty good profit. Pretty good profit. Pretty good. Another interesting one that I like that they're starting to do though, first inning winner parlay builder. So who's going to win the first inning in each game?
This is
it going to be a tie? Is it going to go? So you can do it between 4 games. Phillies versus Marlins. I'm going Phillies to win this inning.
I'm taking a tie on it.
You're taking a tie.
I'm taking a
Interesting.
tie.
That's going to be a rough one. It's going to be a rough one. No,
Yeah.
rough one. The only other one that I'm really feeling though, maybe the Blue Jays Twins for not a tie. Obviously, you could go tie for all these and possibly hit.
Yeah.
But I think the Blue Jays could come out on top in winning that first inning in that game.
Come out guns a-blazing.
Guns a-blazing. Bats a swinging. It's going to be great.
Glad he's going to hit that home run first inning.
We'll see. We'll see. But MLB postseason starting up very soon. Should be fun.
Should be amazing.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. This is a fantastic first episode.
Absolutely amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Well, showed some of our winning bets, some of our losing bets, talked about some bets that we like for this upcoming weekend, NFL, college football, MLB postseason. We talked it all in today's episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube, follow us on Spotify,
and make sure to
follow us on Twitter so you can see all these parlays that we tweet out to try to get you winning money at Gamblers R Us PSR on Twitter, and find us on YouTube, Spotify under Philly Sports Report podcast. Jeez, I'm getting tongue twisted right now.
Calm it down.
Relax. Wusa Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Philly Sports Report podcast on YouTube, on Spotify. I just messed that word up again, I thought.
I think you did.
Spotify, subscribe, be notified when we hit new episodes. And thank you for listening. And this has been Gamblers R Us. It's been a fun one. Make sure to tune back in.
Thank you again.
Thank you again. Have a good one.
Have a great one. Go Phils.
Go Phils.